I had always thought that identity was something you created on your own, a second set of skin that you yourself put on piece by piece. I was of the belief that I was my own creator, to be the kid that cut her own hair when her parents weren't looking, who ate her mother's lipsticks just because she could, the one who refused to go by Catherine. They shall call her Kit. At the very beginning, I established myself as a tomboy, with my ratty burnous hairdo and my entire wardrobe consisting of Jinko jeans and 8 orange t-shirts of aliens playing a variety of different sports. My main motive was to dress like a boy so I could play sports with them, despite what people would whisper on the kindergarten merry-go-round. All throughout primary school, I was adamant about being exactly how I wanted to be, even though most people didn't want me that way. I don't ever remember being picked on for how I dressed, but my oldest sister assured me that it was the case. So as I went into middle school, she decided that she didn't want me to suffer the same fate that she did. So she told me the formula for popularity. She said that it consisted of wearing tight clothes, using liquid makeup that resembled actual paint, dating lots of hot boys, choosing choker necklaces, and always hair ties, never scrunchies. She told me that I had to change if I wanted this life, and I thought long and hard about her offer, a stubborn, unyielding Kit deciding if it was worth it. I remember the exact day I told my sister to turn me into a girl. She put me in tight short shorts and I wore a glittered butterfly shirt. My dad drove us to Ames for my grand debut, and you know what I realized? No one noticed me. No one stopped and said anything under their breath, and you know what else? I liked it that way. This was a defining moment for me because it represented me taking on the ideal of others, the ideal of society, and in turn, my own ideal. I was socialized the way I was meant to, trying to chase the life that I was told to love. As everyone around me fit comfortably into their identity's skin, I felt a constant tug at its corners, a suffocating feeling one moment, and then at other times like I couldn't quite reach the edge. I felt this every time it came to love. It was something I always struggled with, going on more first, second, and never third dates that I could keep track of, dating all types of men. The problem is that I couldn't connect. It was again and again, I was perpetually never in love. Instead of taking a hard look, I tried harder to hold on to the picture that others snapped for me. I would close my eyes to see it, picturing a long driveway, tunneled by trees with too long of limbs for their trunk. I'd see a house, blue with white trim, with more windows than empty spaces. There was 5 bedrooms, 4 upstairs and 1 down. A family fills its insides. 3 kids, 1 dog, a husband. I would clench my eyes to get closer to it, to see their faces and hear their voices, to see myself as theirs. But no matter how hard I tried, I could never quite see them. I tried so hard to know where I was going and where my place was, where I fit. The truth was, it was never meant to be mine. It was a dollhouse I filled with everyone else's things, positioned and adorned to fit just right. I realized this truth on November 17th, 2016, the day I met a girl with green blue eyes who tapped on my shoulder and said hello. In that moment, my blue house with white trim fell away, the trees collapsing over the driveway and the family's voices gone silent. everything went blank except for her face. One I saw so clearly, but this time I saw me. I saw my part. I also saw how far my identity had stretched. This sculpture had been poked and prodded, smoothed out along the rough edges, and then sharpened when necessary. But I also saw its resilience. I saw that girl under the glittered butterfly shirt waiting to be found once again. We are all sculptures built by the hands of many, but we don't have to harden that way. Each day we can decide to be good, to love who we want to love, to be defined by who we are instead of what we are, and to be okay with not getting it right the first time around. Identities can always change. They can assume different roles in different parts of our life. They can take you down the wrong path only for you to realize that it was the right one all along. We all may not be our own creators, but what we should always remember is look for the girl under the butterfly shirt. She's waiting for you. Thank you.